So in the status quo, emotions is something that is really important to humans. It's really personal, and this also includes happiness, sadness, pain, love, anger, so on and so forth. And this leads to their two incentives of human emotions. First is to be able to express from their feelers itself, so they want to be able to deliver the message of what they're struggling, they're facing right now. And second, validation. They want validation and understanding from other people, from other parties, and which leads to the BOP of this debate, um, one which one gives the ability to fulfill this incentive more. I will start with the mechanization of this debate. First, when someone wants to share their feelings to people around them, they just transfer it. And this doesn't include a distant restriction. So even if they're living across countries, they're still able to share their feelings, they're still able to transfer their feelings. And but also second, this also includes the reasonings to what we feel, to what the deliverer wants to give the message. So I will start with my arguments. First, there are two arguments. First, I'll start with the characterization. Human emotions are made to be expressed. These expressions is made to be delivered by them, and but the problem here is not all feelings are easy to express with words and both with words and both with actions. And this when they are really trying to express these emotions, oftentimes they are misunderstood by other parties or not even understood at all. So this just creates giving like exclusivity to empathy, because to be able to understand fully their from other to be able to express fully for what we're feeling right now, there needs to be a specific ability to do this, and not all people can do this, which creates discrimination for people that are unable to do this. There are two impacts. First, if we are limited to understanding feelings, there be inability to express emotions, and this also leads to a higher chance of people getting and like difficulties in like having other people to connect to other people, and which leads to second impact, which this will create an existential crisis. So why does this lead to an existential crisis? Because in the first place, if there's no ability to express these emotions, they will start there will be no validations, right? There will be no understandings from external sources, and this will create them begin questioning of what are they really feeling, right? Comparatively, on their side of the house, understanding of emotions become exclusively for people that are able to express these emotions fully and precisely and exactly, like stuff like that. And on our side of the house, because of this transferred method, it will be much more accessible for people to just transfer their emotions without needing an extra effort. Moving on to my second argument, connectivity and cohesivity. So human emotions incentive is to get understanding and validation from other parties, right? Externally. So the problem here is that there's this limited ability to empathy and understanding. So making empathy exclusive, or we can say that it's a privilege. Empathy is a privilege for people that has a higher level of like emotional intelligence. So when you cannot so not everyone can do this understanding of others' emotions, and this leads to disconnections. So when you cannot connect to these expressions that people express, these feelings cannot be fully validated because you don't understand fully what they're trying to explain, and oftentimes linked back to what I have said earlier, it's often misunderstood. And this disconnection between people breaks the cohesivity in society. Why? And why? Why? Because yeah, without this connection, without with this disconnection, this will just breaks this relatability that people have with each other. There are two impacts. First, if we're able to transfer these emotions, empathy becomes much more inclusive because now you can just transfer emotions to other people. And it's more precise when your feelings are transferred because it replicates the same exact emotions you're feeling right now. Also with the reasoning. So with bigger there's gonna be a bigger possibilities to give understanding and of understanding to other people, and even better, there's gonna be a bigger possibilities for other people to give us even like solutions and stuff. And their second impact, cohesivity, which will be much more better on our side of the house with much more accessibility for understanding each other's feelings. It's going to strengthen the connection we have between people. So this form of connection and relatability creates a better cohesivity in the society. And because now there are other parties that can understand how we feel, and they can we know now, it's guaranteed that we know that they know how exactly and precise these feelings are. And comparatively on their side of the house, there will be no the empathy ability, or like emotional intelligence, will be still exclusively limited to people that are have like a higher level of emotional intelligence, or like a certain education level, like in psychology and stuff. And they don't, and on their side of the house, they cannot maintain the cohesivity that they have on that we have on our side of the house. It will just breaks the cohesivity on their side of the house. Meanwhile, on our side of the house, we're able to make a better cohesivity. I'll start with 2 points of weighing. Why do we prefer this transfer method? So on the other side of the house, they are not they're not fulfilling the human emotions incentive in the first place. So on their side of the house, they don't give understanding to their people's need to be able to express. And second, they also fail to maintain the cohesivity that they're unable to achieve on their side because of this disconnection that is created on their side of the house. But also on our side of the house, expressing feeling becomes much more inclusive for other people, and understanding people becomes much more inclusive for other people, and there's much more cohesivity overall on our side of the house. And that is the end of my speech. Thank you.